Well, Valentina Shevchenko is the greatest women's flyweight of all time, but this #1 contender believes that that distinction one day will belong to her. First order of business, dethroning the champion here tonight.
Yeah, she has to dethrone the champion, and a very good champion. But if confidence is the key, she has a ton of confidence. She believes that she's well prepared to do the unthinkable. No one believes that she's gonna get the job done tonight, except for the people that are gonna walk to the octagon with her. And in that strength, in that comfort in her team, she believes that she does something special tonight.
And I gotta say though, this is not your mother's women's flyweight division, right? Very hard to get a second crack if she's unable to break through tonight. Well, Valentina Shevchenko put together such an amazing legacy in the UFC women's flyweight division. I never thought I'd see another champion close that gap, and yet here we are with this dominant champion defending her title yet again tonight.
Just greatness. That is what she is. She is greatness in the truest sense, because she goes out there every time to build on her legacy. She is not out here just fighting. She is fighting with the intent to be considered one of the greatest of all time. She is the champion of the world, and she plans to stay that way.
And when you're this good, people start talking about belts in second divisions. She wants to stay at flyweight. She wants to chase further greatness and another golden opportunity in front of the champion tonight. All right, with that, both fighters have now graced the octagon. They will lock the door behind them, ready to go with a crazy fight here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Our tail the tape for this flyweight championship fight. All right, now for the introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the UFC Flyweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Manon the Beast Fiorot. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Flyweight Champion of the World, King Casey O'Neal.
Couple good walkout songs.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Good to have you with us tonight from T-Mobile Arena, the home of the NHL's Vegas Golden Knights, and the building in which DC shocked some of the MMA world at UFC 226, but this venue will always have a special place for it.
This venue holds a special place in my heart. UFC 226, I became the double champion. This is a fight venue that you should want to compete in. A great arena where you can make history. Tonight, you get your chance.
Beautiful kick by O'Neal. All right, high-level striking on display by both of these women early, but a lot of feints and counters as well.
Yeah, both of these ladies know how much it means to not make a mistake when you're in there with someone who's as good as their opponent tonight, or as good as you in every area of mixed martial arts. You recognize that any mistake could ultimately cost you a chance to work towards a world championship.
Nice feint with a right punch there by O'Neal. Oh, a nice flurry by her there, turning defense into offense with a beautiful combination.
I mean, John, she fights out of that real high guard. Conventional in her offense is on fire tonight. She's landing at will.
Uppercut lands. Able to avoid the takedown attempt here again. O'Neal gets up now. Really hard work to get out of there and back to her feet. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. All right, back and forth we go. Perhaps it sounds hyperbolic, but both of these women striking better than they ever have before.
Well, both of them are on the front foot. Both of them not willing to take a backward step. They both look amazing.
Well, my favorite rap group, Onyx, would always say stick and move, and she is moving beautifully off that center line tonight.
John, that's exactly what she's doing. She's moving in, out, side to side. She's doing everything right defensively that then will lead to counter opportunities.
Oh, man! The audible of that strike from our vantage point. I don't even know how to put it into words. Under a minute to go in what has been a wild round one. Oh!
See, there it is. Oh, nice kick.
Man, somehow, some way, she's still firing back. Good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling. All right, so there's the end of the round. She has a cut on her lip. That much is obvious. We'll see if the cut man can get in there, shut that thing down, and prevent it from becoming a major factor here moving forward. All right, so we will see another round here. Sat her opponent down there in that previous round with a punch.
Surprisingly, we are going forward because I thought it was over. I saw that punch land. We started to yell. We started to scream. We thought the fight was done, but we moved forward because her opponent is so tough, but she's so skilled that she can get there again.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Round 2 here to decide the UFC Women's Flyweight Championship. All right, next round is now underway. Hopefully the action continues at a high level. Pretty good first 5 minutes.
Pretty good first 5 minutes. Both of them can really pick it up. Let's see who decides they're going to lead the dance as we go forward.
Oh, nice kick to the body there. Well, they say defense wins championships. It's fun to watch her play defense with that guard.
I mean, her guard is always where it needs to be, John. No openings, always ready to capitalize. She's a very high-level striker. She threw her entire body into that massive uppercut, and she is seeing the rewards of her hard work.
Well, not just a high output fight to this point, but a high accuracy fight as well. Both fighters have absorbed a lot of damage thus far.
These two women have both fought so valiantly. They have really laid it out on the line tonight, and it's made for a very fun fight.
Well, she hasn't gotten the finish yet, but it's not for a lack of effort. Several huge uppercuts have landed, and prevailing wisdom is she goes right back to it here, I would think.
She has to go back to that. Why would she not go back to it? You don't fix something that's working. It ain't broken. Don't try to fix it. She is a master of landing uppercuts.
Nice body shot. Well, her opponent looks to be getting a bit desperate as she landed with relative ease there.
Well, it looks like her opponent's just barely standing. She needs to really get after her and try to end this fight.
Oh, how about the slip by her there? I was about to call that out as a land. Her head is moving tonight.
It does not take much to really avoid a strike, and she does it as well as anybody deserves.
Nice job by her to get the takedown there, and I know her opponent felt like she put in all the right work, but sometimes until you're in there feeling the opponent, you don't know what you're in for.
You're not wrestling with someone at that level every single day. The person has their own unique feel in the wrestling exchanges, and she's experiencing that right now.
Under a minute now to go round 2.
Dominant position and cane bar.
The undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world.
she is the best. She's elite in everything, and she is still the UFC World Champion.
All right, so the ground and pound, the recipe for the finish here tonight, and once those shots started to rain down, the referee had to get in there.
Yeah, he had to get in there. It was a matter of saving her from her opponent. She needed to get someone to stop the damage she was taking on the bottom. But what a performance. I mean, hats off to this young lady for knowing exactly where she needed to be, getting there, and using it to get a victory.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 26 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO, and still the undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, King Casey.
All right, so congrats to the still UFC flyweight champion of the world. And for her, it's one thing to become the champion. It's an entirely different thing to successfully defend